Hi, I'm Reverend Paul, and welcome to the Gideon Unlimited Ministries Food Bank Mashup. What's a food bank mashup, you say? I'm glad you asked. It's where we teach you how to make nutritious, delicious meals out of what you get at the food bank, mashed up with groceries and other items you can get at discount grocery stores like Grocery Outlet Bargain Market and Dollar Tree. We will tell you and show you what to do to make your meals the best they can be on the budget that you've got. So we'll be right back. Tonight on our food bank mashup, we are making salmon croquettes. I know that sounds complicated, but it's actually very simple. And it came out of canned salmon, which we get from the food bank. And I was thinking, what are we going to make with canned salmon? My wife likes salmon salad. I don't care for it, and besides, it's winter, and I don't want to eat cold food. So we came up with this recipe for salmon croquettes. Once the can is open, you're going to want to drain it, and then it's got a couple little bones in it and some pieces of skin that you're going to want to get out. So I'll go ahead and dump that in, and I'll get the little bones out. And let's see, here's 1, 2, a little more, and we'll drain the other one and do the same thing. Go. This one's going to be cooperative. They're all in the same spot. Okay, good. Now, what I like to do here with this is get it kind of mashed up real well first. And it's only got a few ingredients. It's got some onion, about a half a cup. And it's got breadcrumbs. Now that's kind of like a consistency thing, so I've got 4 cups of breadcrumbs total, but I'm probably not going to use them all. Now, don't go to the store and buy breadcrumbs, because sometimes you get more bread at a food bank than you can use, and it goes stale. So you can put it in the food processor if you have one, or a food grinder, or you can even just put it in a bag and beat it up with a rolling pin. That works too. I've done it all. So now we're going to go ahead and put some breadcrumbs in it. Mix it up. Looks like I might not need as many breadcrumbs as I thought, which is good. A couple of eggs, just to hold everything together. And now the seasonings. Now, I like seasoned salt. Some people do, some people don't, but I think it adds a really good flavor to most everything. And this is a two-taste thing. There's no exact measurement. Same as with the garlic powder. I'm going to put a little of that in there too. Now this is another thing that I bought over at Grocery Outlet. No, I think I actually got this at the dollar store. And this is a seafood seasoning. It's kind of like some of those fancier brands you see, but it works really well, and it only costs $1. So I'm going to mix it up now. Yeah, there we go. And that was 2 eggs, and it looks like I'm going to need 1 more. So I'm going to run over to the fridge here and grab another one. And there we go. Alright, that should take care of that, because you want this to be good and malleable. You want it to be sticky, but not too sticky. And we'll throw a little water in here too, just for good measure. Okay, we're almost there. Almost there. There we go. Okay. Alrighty, so now we'll get over and we'll fry this stuff up right after this. Well, we hope you are enjoying our food bank mashup and are thinking about, how can I support these people? Well, I'm glad you asked that too. We have a donate button on every page of our website, and we'd also like you to purchase our books. This is Two Thieves, a biblical epic I wrote that covers the two thieves on either side of the cross of Christ. It's got action, romance, adventure, murder, intrigue. It's a real page turner. It's a dark and edgy read, and I'm sure you'll enjoy it. My wife Sharon has a book coming out soon that you'll find on our website called 101 Ways to Have Fun on a Budget. This is a book you're going to love. It's great. It will show you exactly how to make the most of whatever you've got and still have a good time doing it. But let's get back to our food bank mashup, and we'll talk to you soon. Fry up some of these guys. So we have our mix, and we have our pan with grease in it. You can use cooking oil, you can use olive oil. Tonight we're using bacon grease because I kind of like the taste of bacon grease with these guys. Makes them a little bacony, and you know how people feel about bacon. So you make them about like this big and about like that thick, so they cook evenly. And put a few of those down in the pan. Now, cooking oil is usually fairly inexpensive at grocery outlet. You don't really get cooking oil and that kind of stuff at the food bank, so you have to try to reserve a little bit of your money for that. On the other hand, even though you don't get bacon grease at the, or bacon at the food bank to use to fry with, to keep your bacon, make bacon, or use it for bacon grease, you do get chicken, and chicken grease is also really good. When you bake chicken in the oven, it always pulls up a certain amount of grease, and excuse me. So that's something else you can also use. I'm going to turn this down just a little bit. You want a medium-high heat for this. Now, I figure the salmon was free, the breadcrumbs were free, the onion I paid about $1 for a great big one like that, and I used probably maybe, I don't know, like probably a quarter of it, if that much. And then you have your spices. Each one of these were $1. So we have the seafood seasoning, which is kind of an Old Bay seasoning knockoff, seasoned salt, and garlic powder. And of course, grease, which didn't cost anything either.
Eggs.
And of course we had 3 eggs. Forgot all about the eggs. So the eggs are usually about $1/4 a piece, give or take, 15 to 25 cents each. And they just passed a new law out here in California which drove the price of the eggs up a little bit. Now all eggs have to be cage-free. They can't keep the chickens in those confining coops and chop their beaks off and all kinds of horrible things like that. So now the eggs are much more animal friendly, which I think is a good thing. I wouldn't want to be a chicken in one of those little cages either. So I'm going to make a couple more here, and then we'll show you how they look. Okay, and here we go. And that is your salmon croquettes. Tasty and extremely inexpensive. Thanks for joining us, and I'll see you the next time. Prepare yourself, you know it's